And then you just have to navigate your way down to garage band. How are we gonna do that?
I think you go down.
No, because we're in this. Can I minimize this? Yeah, I can. There you go.
There we go. Echo.
Well, that's because we're here.
Yeah.
Next to it. So
Right.
turn that off to see if we can get anyone going. And I guess probably when you're ready to go on the record part, just let me know, and then I'll get that intro started.
Whatever.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Should be able to pick everyone up. I
Everybody.
think.
Okay, cool. Yo.
Screen in you, Howie?
Uh-huh.
It's super loud for anyone that was just in there.
Oh, anyone?
Joey's in there, bro. You're gonna blow his ears out.
Yeah, man. Yo, what's up? What's up?
But check.
What's going on? Yo, pop. Podcast.
No, that's another show completely.
We're good.
All right.
Ready when you guys are. Or when you are, Chad.
For sure. I guess I'm just gonna tweet it out and then we're good to go. Whole two people on the live stream, me and Joe.
Yeah. Let's talk to each other.
Yeah, let's do it.
Talk to each other via chat and in real life.
Sweet.
Your phones are gonna pick up the buzz.
Wait.
No, like when you put your phone next to it picks up
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
So I'll put it over here.
you don't even need to put the gain that high.
Oh yeah. However you want, I guess. Or if we get anyone in the chat, if they can hear us, we'll tell them.
Make it sound pretty.
Yeah, bro. You're the man, huh? You know.
Maybe you can hear this. Any slams or anything like that, you're definitely gonna be able to pick that up. So be wary of that.
Yeah, there's no Kevin tonight, so we're good.
All right, Chad.
Kevin's doing
the podcast from his house. He's talking right now. We can't hear him. Everybody looks like the camera looks crystal clear.
Yeah, bro.
The lighting, yeah.
Okay. All right.
We all look like ghosts.
We all look like ghosts. Let's do it.
This is fluorescent lights. Ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, comic book fam? It is that time once a week. It's that time during the week. Damn, it's been that long. I don't even know how to do the intro anymore, guys. It is that time of the week. 90 miles from comics. I'm your host, as always, Chad. We are back in Corker Comics. As you guys can see, if anyone's joining us on the live feed, remember you can check this out now live at Chad 90 Comics on YouTube. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. For your favorite comic book podcast, 90 Miles from Comics. As you guys can see, we got most of the crew back. Kevin's sick, so shout out to Kevin. Hopefully he feels better. He should be watching this, bro. That guy should be. And he's not. That's what he does best. But,
everyone at his house should be watching.
Yeah,
right now.
It'd be broadcasted live on his giant TV.
Yeah.
You know? But I do want to say Happy New Year to everyone. It is the brand new year. It's our first episode of the year. We didn't get to really have like a finale episode, so sorry about that. I got tied up with work last week, guys. But real quick, we're gonna make our rounds around the table. Javi, what is up? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on, gentlemen?
Nice, bro. Everything good? You caught up? You got a big old stack here, I see.
Yeah, my stack is bigger than my subscription box. So.
Cool. Well, I owe you some money, so maybe that's what I'll do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go over and take care of that.
Yeah.
So I'll be over there later for you. I got you, bro. What up, big man Justin? Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, man.
How's everything, man?
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Well, Happy New Year. I'm glad you're here. We'll be talking some comics.
I hope I can remember comics.
Yeah, right?
Right.
All the books we're going to be talking
comics?
about were from 2 weeks ago. But most importantly, we have the Mad Cave expert, Chris from Mad Cave Studios here, because we're going to be talking some Mad Cave stuff.
You're just gonna skip over.
Oh, no, I'm saving the best for last, bro.
okay.
I'm saving the best for last. You know it is. Sorry, kids.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm here again. Talking
Okay.
Mad Cave. Super tired, but I think that's part of the course for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have a bunch of, actually 2 releases that came out today. Midnight Task Force, The Trade, and Knights of the Golden Sun #2. So go out and get the books if you want.
Yeah,
Support Mad Cave.
yeah, man. It came out today. We'll talk a little bit about it later. We'll review them next week as well on the show. So we'll talk, at least Knights of the Golden Sun 2. We'll talk about it next week because it came out this week. But thank you for being here with us, man.
Yeah, no
Happy
problem.
New Year. I know you were Mad Cave Santa today, going all over the place,
I went to a lot of comic shops.
making sure everyone had their Mad Cave books.
Yeah.
So shout out to everyone. Yo, what's up? We got Bueller in the chat. Shout out to Bueller. We also got Thaddeus talking about Knights of the Golden Sun. So shout out to Thaddeus.
Sweet.
So, yo, Bueller, we're going to get Bueller on real soon. I was talking to him about it well, I mentioned it on one of his live chats, and he's like, yeah, we'll make that happen, Chad. So one of these days, we'll live feed Bueller in from Oregon, I believe. I believe that's where he's at. So
Cool.
pretty cool. So shout out to Bueller. Thanks for joining us once again, Bueller.
Bring the comic book communities together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the feed keeps going in and out. It's probably the Wi-Fi that we're connected to. Sorry, guys. So yeah, but it came back. So we'll just give that a moment. But as I said earlier, saving the best for last. We got the Heel Hunter in the house. What is going on?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Everything sweet.
Tired.
Yeah, the
Just
baby's
like,
keeping you up, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, he is.
All right. Well, shout out to Nicole.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, if she's making things happen, and the camera keeps going in and out on the live feed. Oh, there's it's back. But we
It's good,
sound
we're good.
great. According to Bueller, we sound great.
Sounds good.
So
Okay, yeah.
awesome. It seems that my investment is paying off right now. So that way we all don't have to hold mics and everyone could be heard. Pretty cool.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
I like it.
Now, let's talk some comic books. That's what we do best, right?
Let's do it.
So let's just open it up. Let's just get it out of the way. Infinity Wars #6.
Go
The
for
end,
it.
the
I
end.
don't even know.
The end of the Infinity Wars, which didn't really end all that great.
No.
Yeah, the
I remember bits
conclusion.
and pieces.
The ending to the beginning.
Well, that's the thing. It ended pretty much like Infinity Gauntlet ended, where it ended, but it started something else.
Yeah.
And I don't like books that do that. It's
Yeah.
just like, come on, it's the last issue of a series. Let's not start another series.
Out of it. Yeah.
Oh man, and that's exactly what they did at the end of
Yeah.
it. And they just
Because this week it's Infinity Wars Infinity.
yeah.
And with I guess it's Warlock looking for what to do with the stones, I guess.
Yeah, because they all
Yeah.
separated. So,
Oh, that's right.
again,
He gave them all.
Right.
He gave them all sentience, basically, so they could protect themselves.
Well, because this also didn't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, but he was going to keep it, and it took off. That's right.
It didn't want nothing to do with it.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
But yeah, it had them pretty much wrapping up the storyline.
The
And-
one part that I liked about it, I guess, is like when Loki finally gets to the quarry, the God Quarry, and he
Mm.
saw, I guess, whatever his future was, and you realize, like, all right, like this is a waste of my time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
pretty much. I like when he got back. He's like, I think I've done this before. I think I was already here, and I tried to set it up so I wouldn't do this. So I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not worth it.
I guess leading up into this point, I mean, I loved issue 1 and 2. You know, issue 3, I started to be like, oh, okay, you know, and I enjoyed the event. I will say everything leading up to the event was great.
Yeah,
right. All the pre-stuff was phenomenal.
You sold it very well. I jumped on the book because you sold it. I thought I was into it in the first couple issues. I was like, I'm actually digging this. I liked the issue where Loki saw himself from another universe with all the Infinity Stones, and he was a hero.
And he was badass.
Yeah, I really liked. He had Mjolnir, and I thought that was really cool. But I was actually kind of hoping they were going to go in a direction like that, like he was going to attain them all and become a hero at some sort. And then the book just kind of fizzles out.
Yeah.
Like so many series, it just kind of it gets to a high point and then just
I don't know how to end it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so now it's continuing as we all saw at the end.
Yeah.
And now they saved this new Warp's universe.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
'cause-
much.
Yeah.
That was all right. So Soldier Supreme was so set on for any news that have not read it because now we're 2 weeks behind. But Soldier Supreme was so set on like saving his universe and
Right.
his world. So they wind up figuring out a plan for them to do that and for everyone to get out,
Mhm.
from their universe and pretty much, I guess, transport to a new universe that they pretty much created from the bottom up. Is that's pretty much how I
guess.
pretty much understood it.
Yeah.
Like they just, it wasn't really like it wasn't like the universe they were already in. It was pretty much like a new one. So it was a little weird, the ending. And I
Mhm.
agree with you guys. I thought some of the things I did like about it, like I liked the whole Devondra, that whole whatever that
The monster and the soul
monster
gem
inside the
Right,
Soul
right.
Stone, and that's like pretty much what the Soul Stone is. So I thought that was cool.
that devours
So,
things.
Yeah.
What happened to Gamora?
She is now
She was killed.
no, she was
No,
not
she was
killed.
sent.
Oh no, she was sent to the other end of the
Right.
universe.
Yeah, and she was sent to the
Sent
other.
to-
Well, to me, it seemed like she was sent to like the Soul Stone to figure out what
Right.
was going on. Like she was sent to figure out. Like it was determined that she would do more good like away and figure out
She was sent to the place where she could do the most good.
good. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where Warlock sent it because
Yeah.
Warlock sent everybody, I guess, wherever they were supposed to be, quote unquote.
Right.
So to me, it looked like she was sent to the Soul Stone because at the end, and this is where it kind of continues, Magus finds her.
Right.
And then
Oh.
he's trying to add like, yo, who are you and who am I? And she's like, yo, come on, let's go. We got a lot of work to do or something like that.
Yeah, but she still wasn't she being followed or
By
she's just
Thanos.
by Thanos?
Thanos,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
She's
it's not
still taught
necessarily followed.
Well, you
but
know, I mean, in
that's
her head.
Yeah,
His
in her head,
ghost.
that's
Thanos' ghost.
his
Yeah.
thing. So, yeah. But anyway, it was all right.
Right,
The way
yeah.
it wrapped up. So we'll see where it continues, and I guess they're gonna start losing people on the continuation of it for sure.
Well, because now you got Star-Lord who was upset that they sent Gamora away.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering if this is going to tie into the New Guardians because the New Guardians' first story arc is something completely different. Because the New Guardians storyline in the first arc is supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to spin out of Thanos Rising or something,
Oh, okay.
where the universe Thanos is supposed to be. A new Guardian, Dark Guardians are created to stop Thanos at all costs, and that's where you get Gladiator and Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Yeah,
and those characters
and
coming
everything
together.
that was teased, like those
Yeah.
are actually gonna be the Dark Guardians, not the actual Guardians.
and they're going to go, and Peter's going to go. He's
Yeah.
going to form a new Guardians to go
So
after.
of course, I guess So we're gonna see, and Donnie Cates is writing Guardians, so we're gonna see what happens.
I'm
you know?
in. There's
So-
no question there.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Gnome, to howdy y'all. So Gnome presents. Shout out to
Shout
you,
out
brother.
to you, Bing.
So is there anything else anyone want to add to Infinity Wars as we wrap that up? I mean,
And nothing that I can remember. Like you said, it's been 2
Yeah.
weeks. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to. I'm gonna be hard pressed to pull anything out.
I
of
think
Vader,
the two
so.
books that we could all remember, well, I think were Vader and Batman.
Yeah. I remember Vader because I'm sorry, Batman. Because I know we're going to talk about that next. I remember Batman because I didn't think they were going to bring that character back.
Do you have Infinity Wars? With you?
Yeah, I have it with me. If you want to show it off, actually. Yeah, I forgot how you got extra work to do.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Actually, you can show off some stuff that I found the other day, too. I finally found A Death of Inhumans 3, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, variant cover, but I have it now, so I can finally read that. Here we go. Show it off, Javi. And then, yeah, I'll show off another thing that I found the other day, too. So, we got Toy Hunter in the chat. What up, Toy Hunter? We heard you got to go to work, bro. So don't be working too hard over there, man. Toy Hunter, thank you. Thank you, everyone that's joined us on the live feed. You guys are awesome. So Infinity Wars number 6, as Javi is showing off. And then we'll just go ahead and hop into Batman 61. I got the Matina cover on that. If you want to show that one off, Javi.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah.
So Justin, go ahead. Take it away.
Oh no, I didn't think they were going to bring that kid character back because remember he was in an earlier issue where they did that whole thing where his parents died the exact same way and
He went crazy.
and
Yeah.
thought he was Bruce Wayne, the kid. And then this book is framed like it's told from the standpoint of it's Bruce Wayne's, Thomas and Martha Wayne guy and Bruce Wayne, but Batman's investigating their
Yeah.
death as if it happened today. So he's talking to Bruce Wayne himself, he's talking to the young Bruce Wayne, and he's trying to get info and everything like that. But it's at the end of the book you find out it's that kid from like I guess it was like in the teens when they did that story or something like that, or like early 20s.
I think it was. Actually, no. I think it was in the 30s.
Was
I
it
wanna
in
say
the
it
30s?
was like 38,
Okay.
33.
So
It said it in the back
because
of the book.
he's actually carved the name Bruce Wayne into his face.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So, but they brought that character back, and I thought that was very, very interesting. The book was great because it was told from the standpoint of what if Batman investigated his own parents' death right after it happened. So that's what I found interesting about the book, and that's what I liked about the book. I liked that aspect of the storyline. And then at the end, when they switched it, they told you, oh, it was this kid. I was shocked that number one that it was that kid, but also, you know, it was something. It wasn't just kind of told to be told. It was a callback to something else that they had done. So I'm very pleased with that book and how they did the little callback for that.
You know, I thought it was really cool. I also noticed too the paper they used inside the book was different. It felt like more like old school paper. I don't know if you noticed that.
Newsprint?
Yeah, man. Or at least in the one I got, it did not feel like normal.
Or was it maybe that may have been done?
That was just something I noticed. And then the other thing that I love too, I don't know, I just felt different, man. This page, like, feel that. Like, I don't know, there was to me, it just felt, I don't know, compared to.
It's not glossy.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
glossy
it's
at all.
it's not glossy. Yeah.
So, and that could have been it. Maybe it was gloss, but the one thing I liked about the book was, I guess, the twist at the end. It was just the kid being locked up and he's killed like 6 or 7 different people, saying that, oh, he's the one that killed my parents. And you know, the guy that's running the ward is just like, bro, like, how many times like are we gonna do this? I can't be going to my bosses and people and talking, you know, like, you're killing everyone off in here. So, but yeah, the fact that I brought this kid back was pretty cool, you know. And then the story, like, you know, it shows it. What I liked about the story, it shows like if the kid was Bruce Wayne and then they really like found the guy and they went to trial and everything like that, and then he tries to like go visit the guy in jail and he's trying to like, oh yeah, I have to like Gordon list. I'm like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be doing this, and he somehow sneaks in a razor blade. This is like, I guess, in this kid's head, like this is how he envisions it, you know. And then he goes and slits this guy and cuts him up, but really he's been locked up in this jail and he's just killing off people. So that's what was cool about it, and that's what I dug about it. So Batman 61, super cool. If you're not on it, get on it. Tom King's been killing it.
Great. It's going to go down as one of the best runs, right next to Snyder's Batman. It's going to go down. I mean, time's going to tell on that one.
It's longer, right?
Yeah.
Tom King's
it's already longer because Snyder only did 50 issues, or 51. Supposed to be 52, but I don't think he wrote the last issue.
He didn't. No.
Yeah, so it was 50. He did 51 issues of the book, and then we're already on 62.
And he wants to do 100.
Then he wants to do at least 100.
That'd be awesome.
And that's going to encompass the whole the Catwoman stuff too. So because that's not over.
Yeah, he said he wants to do 100.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes beyond. He keeps going. So.
What was he?
Yeah,
and I mean, this is a guy. This is a writer.
Ton of stuff he wants to do.
Yeah, this is a writer who, I mean, much like Donny Cates, I'm going with him.
Oh yeah.
And I personally, I'd like to see him on a Superman book, because that one storyline, that one book story he wrote for Action Comics was one of the best ones in the book.
Like future.
Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah. And I would
love that Walmart book, right?
No. The Action 100, 1000.
He is doing Walmart too.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
There you go. But then there's also, because he's writing.
Start going to Walmart once a week.
Yeah, right. But he's also doing the Heroes in Crisis too, and it's still like we speculated that might be like a pseudo audition for a Justice League book. So I'd also like to see him on a Justice League book too. So.
All right, for sure. Well, thank you guys for still joining us on the live feed. I know the feed keeps going in and out. We're connected to Corky's internet, so I'm sure they got a lot of things going on. So. Thank you guys, but just bear with us. I'm sure you can hear us all, and that's probably the most important part. All right, so let's go into the big book from 2 weeks ago, which we did not get to talk about, which was Darth Vader 25. And then we're going to switch it over to the Mad Cave expert, so you can catch us up on some more Mad Cave, if that's cool with you, bro. All right, sweet. And then we're going to leave it open, and we're going to, I guess, finally talk Aquaman and Spider-Verse, and that'll kind of be the agenda. So, all right. Vader.
Okay, so
25, the conclusion, the Charles Soule run. Just want to say, I might have cried because I didn't want this to end.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You know?
I didn't.
I think Charles Soule has done a great job since coming onto the book from the beginning. I believe every issue up until this issue as well has been phenomenally written. I've cared about every issue, even the issues that were quote unquote fillers.
I can only think of 2 issues that were filler.
you know. But even that, or,
and they were still good.
yeah, like the Tarkin stuff, like that was kind of
That was that was one of the best issues of the book.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like hey, we're getting you over to the next one, you know. So pretty much, you finally have the castle built on Mustafar. He finally takes that step. You know,
he goes into the dark
side. You know,
leaves his body behind,
and he's walking through the dark side. He's seeing things that he has never seen before, and he pretty much goes back to his childhood. And I guess the big thing about this book, and I guess this is what we're all going to be talking about from this point on, the big reveal, and I guess how we feel about it, but who his dad really is.
Well,
and it seems that it was
Palpatine. He
He
manipulated the Force to create Anakin.
pretty much that entire theory of Plagueis, so to speak, doing it. But of course, I guess, you know, Plagueis is not considered.
He dabbled in the Force to create life.
Yeah, so and I guess, you know, it wasn't Plagueis that did it; it was Palpatine that did it. Because I think there was a big theory that Plagueis was the one that possibly had done it back in the day. You know, that's one of the theories that people had thrown out there. So you have Plagueis or Palpatine. He manipulated the midichlorians, gives us Anakin, and of course, it's pretty much from the get. It was Palpatine's plan to like turn him from dark. I mean, that's how I kind of took that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one that put him there, and he was the chosen one to be on the dark side. He was the
chosen one to bring balance to the Force
from the dark side.
Well, the only thing that's the prophecy said he was the chosen one that would bring balance to the Force, and he did. By killing Palpatine at Return of the Jedi, he brought balance back to the Force. That was the whole point.
True.
And that's I doubt that was not Palpatine's plan.
No,
but I don't think there was supposed to be a prophecy that was supposed to go along with him manipulating the Force that he created. Yeah, or at least he didn't know it.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Book beautifully drawn.
Very well. I liked the silhouette of the character.
I was just gonna say that my favorite part is how you see him just running around in his silhouette.
Well, he's got the body, and then his limbs that aren't there are all white because they're artificial. So I liked that. I thought that was a nice little, doing the character correctly. I liked it.
No, I thought it was really good, man. Even the way it was written was awesome. And him seeing, going back, seeing himself as a kid, seeing himself as
going through the years,
his progression as with Obi-Wan and all that type of stuff. It was just it was awesome. It was a great end, I guess you can say, because of course he comes out and he confronts Palpatine, and Palpatine's like, "Yeah, did you find what you were looking for?" And he's like, "I'm ready to serve." And it's pretty much, I guess, the beginning to what we see him become after Episode 1, or or going into after Episode 3. Sorry.
Well, I like that this whole run kind of has hinted at him realizing that what he's doing, he needs to start doing for himself, and he needs to get away from Palpatine to do it. Like, I like that he chose Mustafar because he could do his plots, he could do his machinations on Mustafar away from Palpatine without his prying eyes.
And he also
he could start working for himself away from his master, which again all Sith Lords should do anyway, because the Sith Lords, the Sith Lords wait for their apprentices to take over and kill them. So that's pretty much what's supposed to happen.
No, awesome run. Charles Soule killed it. We are getting another Vader comic in the next few months.
Vader Quest or something?
No, but wasn't something
Quest.
canceled?
Or Vader Visions?
Something was canceled.
Yeah.
They had a mini canceled.
The writer got fired off of it for comments that he made on Twitter. And then they just canceled the book outright rather than found another writer. So we got 3 months of nothing, and then we'll have this Vader storyline.
That's a mini.
That's a 5-issue mini. And then we don't know what's going to happen beyond that, if there's going to be another ongoing or what. But the guy writing the mini, I don't know who he is, so I don't know whether to be excited or not.
I don't know. I can't remember.
All I know is the promo work has Vader on a horse with a shield that looks like the Imperial symbol.
I might get it.
And I'm just like, I'm looking at it going, I'm like, that looks cool, but I don't know if I need that.
Chris is like, Vader's on a horse. I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm on it.
I see it now. I'm in. He's on a fucking.
Oh, dude, with an Imperial shield?
Hell yeah. It's like a death horse. I'm in.
Who's writing?
Dennis Hopeless. He did Spider-Woman. That's right. I remember it,
okay.
When she was pregnant. Very good run.
Oh, that was supposed to be a good run, yeah.
Very good run. That's what I remember him from. Yeah, he's good. I'm in for that.
All right.
Just based on Vader on a horse.
And an Imperial shield.
I'm fucking.
I like the Imperial shield. The
It
horse,
looks
I'm
like
a
he's
little
getting ready to go
iffy on.
jousting, right?
Yes,
It looks like
yes,
he's getting
yeah.
ready to go joust.
Anything could be improved by putting someone on a horse. But someone on a horse, and it's all immediately.
True, yo, because imagine you saw Batman on a horse.
Yeah.
I fucking love that arc. Fucking have Batman on a horse. In desert gear.
Oh, bro, and even the horse has got tricked out bat. Like, bat gadgets.
What is this from?
And stuff like that. No, we're just making it up right now.
King's arc. No.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was on a horse.
He was on a horse. He was.
I think he was on a horse. It's Tom King's run.
I think he was on a horse at one point.
When him and Catwoman went up to see Talia.
Yeah, he's right. They are on a horse. But it's not like tricked out with bat gadgets.
I don't
That
remember
was-
that.
He's
They're
absolutely
on-
right. In the desert. And they're going up to wherever Talia is to.
Yeah, to be like, hey, we're
We're
getting
getting
married.
because they have to tell everyone they're getting married.
Yeah.
They're
We
fucking-
can't just
Just
send
so you
invitations
know.
everywhere.
yeah, deadly assassin X. Sure.
Well, look, in the world of Batman, the one person you're gonna want to tell is probably Talia, because that's gonna be one of those things where you just wake up in the middle like, hey, Selena, what's up? Holy shit, it's just her head.
Yeah, that one needs to be a person.
Yeah. Anybody, I mean, you could send a card to Clark, you could send a card to everybody else, but Talia, you might want to get out there, make the effort.
Yes.
All right. So that's pretty much. I mean, anything you want to add to Vader?
Sorry to see it go. I wish we were
Yeah.
still. I wish it was still going.
Vader 25.
Great cover.
Gonna show it off real quick.
Great cover, but then again, they've all been really good.
Yeah, they all have been. The art's been phenomenal. The book has just been really, really good, as Justin mentioned. And I'm sad to see it go as well, but you best believe. I mean, I guess even before I saw the picture, but now that I've seen the picture, I'm even more in. But Vader on a horse next time. Ow. So let's check it out.
I don't even know what it's called. It just
It just swings here, right?
Vader on a horse.
It's like Vader Down. I fucking love the Vader Down.
It was so good.
It's like Vader Down.
But Vader Down was so good.
Yeah.
It really
You're
was.
stuck on this planet with me.
Yeah. Woo. All right. Do we want to talk? All right. Let's talk some Mad Cave, and then we'll talk about some stuff we picked up today. So,
Sure.
all right. So we know that the Midnight Task Force trade back came out today, and Knights of the Golden Sun 2 came out as well. So, real quick, I mean, for those that don't know about Midnight Task Force, give us a quick synopsis without giving us, I guess, everything in the book. You can't.
Yeah,
of course,
no
get.
worries. It is Midnight Task Force is a cyberpunk detective story about this schizophrenic war veteran that comes back from the war, and he becomes this detective in this very futuristic Detroit. And it's all about this case that he's working on about this serial killer and sort of finding him out and the sort of dark secrets that come out of it. It's 4 issue.
It's big for 4
Yeah,
issues.
it's a 4-issue run with some back matter in it of like characters and different things. And yeah, it is. We're continuing it, but that it is a complete story. So yeah, that's 4 issues. Get a local comic shop.
The quality of this paperback, it's awesome.
Yeah, you know we try.
It's really good. I don't know.
Yeah, in a world
The
where
art,
some
Yeah.
in a world where some companies don't, they
no,
can.
yeah, I know.
You guys.
Even like the whole design of it is dope. You got your little logo over here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like that was one of the big things that like first was starting.
And
Like we need like high quality.
yeah, for some reason the colors,
Yeah,
They
it
pop.
looks
it pops.
It looks better in trade.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks great.
I'm happy I got it in trade, so for sure. I'm excited to read it. I'm gonna binge read it and then probably read it again and again and again.
And then Javi will be here to talk about it once he gets done reading it.
Yep.
I'll make sure that we spotlight that.
And then Knights of the Golden Sun came out. Number 2 came out.
Number 2 came out after there was a delay.
I was just gonna ask you, can you give us some insight on the delay?
So
Because
there
I've been
was-
waiting like a month for this book.
There was a delay. It was supposed to go out there with the holidays, and there was a little printing miscommunication, so we didn't get the book in time. And then Diamond was like, "Hey, it's holidays, yo." No.
Oh, true.
That's truthfully, that's all you really have to say. Holidays. Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Pretty much. And then and so we were like, all right, we'll get it sometime, and it came out today.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's why Knights and Midnight sort of got delayed a bit, but they're here now. And yeah, Knights 2, continues story. Knights 1, there's it's sort of like where the fuck Michael's been,
Okay. Cool.
and finding him out and what's going on, and it's more of a like sort of searching for him and then finding little clues and more like mysteries of like this hidden sort of cabal that's of humans and sort of like going around like, oh, what's going on with these guys?
Yeah. Trying to get involved, I guess.
Yeah. They're trying to help the archangels,
Cool.
basically, and defeating Azrael, who's fucking just slaying.
Right. I can't wait to see that. She looks awesome.
She's taking care of shit. And yeah, that's nice too. And those who got Knights 3 actually comes out in it comes out the 16th.
All right, so
believe.
we're like a week and 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks from
Nice.
now. Knights 3 comes out. That is for sure on point.
Sweet.
I'm waiting for April.
This guy's waiting for
Oh,
April.
April. We Battle Cats Volume 2 starts.
All right. And,
That's why he's excited.
I'm
and
also excited for the other stuff, but
Andy's excited in the chat for Knights of the Golden Sun, as he
Yeah.
mentioned, and he says that you guys are getting some love, and I've seen it as well at CBC, the CBSI, comicbookevents.com.
Yeah, I've been getting some posts right now of that thing that it's on. Knights 2 is on eBay now, and it's going crazy. This is like the first book we've had stuff where like
It was on the Buzz. It was on the Reader Buzz.
It's on Reader Buzz. It's different things. It's wild.
Luckily,
It's wild.
we know you.
Right? I need 2 issues.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
just
need
kidding.
one.
All right, sweet. And then hold on, and then there's another.
Oh, and Honor and Curse.
That's the
Another
Shinobi.
one, Shinobi Supernatural story.
That's what I'm
That
excited for.
comes out in February. You can pre-order it. We have 2 things to pre-order right now. We have Honor and Curse number 2, and we have Knights of the Golden Sun number 5.
Okay.
And that's what we have in previews for January. But Honor and Curse comes out in February.
All right.
And yeah, Supernatural Shinobi story, really, really cool art. A new color set that we're working with. That's actually going to be the colors continuing on with Battle Cats. Takino, and he's great. He really pushes like that Japanese sort of manga aesthetic.
Right.
It's really good.
Nice.
Thinking about it, if number 2, Knights of the Golden Sun, is creating that much of a buzz and hype now, that means that it's going to drive that number 1 too, man. On that aftermarket, because people are going to have to look for it,
I get
So-
messages now about Knights 1 like every day.
Yeah?
Insane.
Oh,
You do?
Yeah, I get.
Why are they going to you, though?
Because I get all the social media messages.
Oh,
All the social
okay.
media channels. So they go through Mad Cave.
Yeah, I
Oh,
get you. I get you. I get you.
I'm the one. Who
Yeah,
replies
you're
to
like,
them.
fuck.
Yeah, I am the one who replies to all of your messages, people. I'm looking into the camera.
I feel honored because I have a preview of that, so who knows what could happen with that one
You
day.
have a preview.
That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you, Chris, and once again, thank you for joining us, man. As you know, you are pretty much a member of the 90 Miles for Comics podcast,
Mhm.
so thank you for always joining us when you can. We know you've been Mad Cave Santa the last couple of weeks, so
It's been wild.
So we thank you for finding the time for being here this week, man, and kicking off the new year the right way. And we're kicking off the new year the right way with no Kevin, man. So
Nope.
sorry, I had
Nice.
to-
Oh, don't say that about Kevin.
I love you, Kevin. I just had to get one shout out there. He would laugh right now. He's like, "Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right though, bro. He's right." No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding, Kevin.
Kevin's always on all of our posts, like
Yeah.
liking shit and
Oh,
like
for-
watching our stories. Like,
I love Kevin.
Kevin's cool.
He has an incredible opinion that he always has the voice, and that's why we have him on the show.
Chad
And
doesn't
I love
speak
him.
like Kevin. You're cool.
Yeah, no, Kevin's great. I just like busting his balls. So, all right. So I guess just talk about real quick things that we picked up this week. I picked up, as we all know, Detective Comics. We're on the countdown to 1,000, so 995. I also picked up Heroes in Crisis number 4. I don't know. I guess Javi over there just showed off. So that's a detective. Sweet covers. Heroes in Crisis number 4. Oh, that's after that, I guess. Is Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi after you hit that Heroes in Crisis. And then the big book and a big hype and buzz around this And if you're not on this, you need to get on this. This cover is awesome, by the way. I think it's so dope. Immortal Hulk number 11. This is the start of the Hulk in Hell, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So that's why I picked up today, January 2nd. I'm sure there's a lot more that came out that I missed with that Conan, so I have to figure out how to get me one of those.
Yeah, we gotta go to.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Matt. Don't worry, I got some people.
I need one.
Big J, what'd you pick up?
I got the Marvel Knights number 5.
How come that was not in my box?
Oh, cause Tom. No, I'm just kidding.
And
That's
well, no,
crazy.
dude.
No, I know.
Heroes in Crisis number 4.
They got me a number 4. And
I got the Conan.
damn, man.
I was
I'm
able to
about
grab the
lose it in
Conan.
here.
Batgirl number 30 with the Middleton cover, which is really good.
Awesome.
And then the Batman, the Detective 995.
Damn, bro. So I gotta figure out that Marvel Knights. I need that and that Conan. Damn, man. I knew there's no
Anybody
way.
get the annual? That was today or that was last
like
week?
3 weeks ago, bro.
Fuck, dude, I'm so
Yeah,
behind.
you're
That
good,
was
Alex.
that's a
Wow.
good annual though.
It is a good annual.
But Alfred,
Yeah, it's
just
an
being
Alfred.
a
And you know what's
best
funny?
dad.
And I almost didn't get it. And I'm happy that I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll just buy it.
It's just Alfred just being best dad.
Well, speaking of Alfred, just a little tiny spoiler. There's something with Alfred in.
Well, yeah, you
This
can
one-
see
yeah,
from the
yeah.
front
Yeah.
cover, murder files.
No one touches Alfred.
Well, remember in Snyder's Run they cut off Alfred's hand,
Right.
No,
and
he
then
didn't.
and then
Yeah,
and then
that
all of a
did
sudden it
happen.
was fine.
Good.
Oh, he's just showing off. Look, what'd you download today, Joe?
Infinity. I had to.
All right, they didn't even put that in my goal.
Detective.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what happened here. I gotta go talk to people.
That's it.
I think that's all
Yeah.
I really have to
Did they
say
get
about
banned?
that.
What?
Oh, Uncanny
They have
Break.
to, right? It's like
Chad,
Uncanny Break.
let it
Let's go
go.
Uncanny though. You
Not on
dropped
the
that
podcast.
I have Uncanny 1 and 2, and that was it. I
Uncanny
finished
number-
Extermination.
You're not an X-Men, right?
No, I'm not.
Drop
on
it.
X-Men. Well, even if I was, it probably shouldn't make it into my box.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Thanks, Corey.
All
That's
right.
it.
What about you, Chris? What'd you pick up today,
Well,
man?
I got Conan.
All right,
Good
awesome.
for you.
I got Conan. And I also got Marvel Knights.
All right, yo,
Unless
just
you
you know
got
what I'm gonna start
both.
doing, Chris? If you don't see me here, just grab those. They're
Just
so in
grab
the
them,
box,
yeah.
you know? Just
I
like,
think
yo, put
he
these-
wants this. Here, just throw that in chat.
Chat box for us, please?
Yeah.
You can always put it back.
Heroes in Crisis number 4. Killmonger, which nobody is reading. Killmonger's great.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people have been talking about it. So he's not
Fan fucking
he's not the only one that's mentioned that.
Runaways. Love Runaways. And that's it.
That's it.
Runaways is great.
Season 2, sorry.
All right. I found some stuff the other day or yesterday at Tate's. So I finally found a Death of Inhumans number 3 because I didn't have one in my box when that came out. So I finally found one
That's
of
the
those.
title. I didn't have it in the box.
Chad, stop
Yeah.
taking shots.
I was trying to take shots. Just, you know, it's the holiday season, bro. I think things happen. I'm
To
not
be
worried.
fair, I don't have Marvel Knights number 4.
Oh, it's
That
hey,
was
okay.
in my box.
I think I only have one.
So
I
I did find that I have been looking to try to complete this Maximum Carnage, and I can't believe I found this number 1, and it's actually really, really clean, man, for that book, and it was pretty much cover price. So dope. But the big find of that day was an X-Men 129 first appearance of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. And especially right before Disney starts making X-Men, those are going to be I think two characters they might roll with. So
Probably, yeah.
speculation on that one. Go out there now. Is it still affordable?
We have a lot of first appearance, actually.
I'm starting to.
You have.
Well, I'm starting to get more, but
Yeah.
I mean.
This is Emma Frost's
I mean,
first
obviously the
appearance.
core.
Yeah,
First
and
month.
Kitty Pryde.
No, Kitty Pryde is
You got Gambit. What you got, Rose too?
No, I'm pretty. No. Well, there's a ton of first appearances in this for sure.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. So I want to say it's both of them. If I'm not mistaken. You guys pulling out Key Collector? Shout out to Key Collector.
Here's the thing, though. I've been in where you bought that. I've been in there and I've talked to them about what it says on Key Collector, and they've proved Key Collector wrong. So
Well, no, and the guy on Key Collector would tell you too. It's not accurate. you know, it's not, but it's also he tries to update it as much as possible. But it's, I mean, I'll
There's
say
so
more
much.
or less,
Yeah.
more or less,
yeah.
it's pretty on. You know, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I think it's in the ballpark. I'll say that. If it's
Yeah.
not dead on, it's always in the ballpark of what it's going for. There might be some that are inflating right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Thanos 13, and I'm snapping my fingers, and this mic picks up everything, which is crazy.
No, it's
Thanos-
fine. It's good.
It's good. All right. Thanos 13. You know, that's right now. It's about a $75 to $80 book, right? At one point in time, it was $120. You know what I'm saying? Or $100 for just that book. And on, you know, on the Key Collector app, it's always showed 80. You know, there might have been inflation.
Well, I'm not talking about pricing. I'm just talking about what issue, what person.
Like what? Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
because I went into Tate's and to buy a book, and I said, "Oh, this is the first appearance of this," and they're like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Oh, but it says it here on Key Collector's first appearance." It's like, "Nah, it's not." And then you go through the book, and you're like, "Oh, wait, it isn't. This is like a."
You remember what book it was?
I can't. I think it was a Spider-Man book. I can't off the top of my head. I think. Oh, it was actually. Now I do remember. It was the first Cletus Cassidy, and it wasn't the first Cletus Cassidy. Cletus Cassidy actually appeared in a book before that. It was
344.
It was the one with Boomerang on the cover.
No, that's not.
It was listed on here.
The one with Boomerang on the cover, that's 46. That's what, or 45, and that's when he gets infected with the symbiote. And 44 is his first appearance.
Yeah, but
Or
Key Collector listed it as the first appearance.
Well, it could have been his first full appearance because I think 44 is his cameo. The cameo goes for more, if I'm not mistaken.
Who knows?
So,
It doesn't matter.
oh, all right. Well,
I don't care anymore.
okay. Well, it's good talk, good banter for the people to hear. Good banter. So, all right, so let's just go ahead and talk about it because we have not talked about it, and I know everyone at this table has seen it, and it sucks that Kevin's not here to talk about it with us. But Aquaman,
He was the first one to see it.
Yeah, I know he was the first one to see it. Aquaman.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Super fun.
It was a fun movie.
Super
You know, it's
fun.
not winning any awards. It's not.
It's a pretty movie.
It's like you said, it's a pretty movie to look at,
Definitely
and
pretty
it's
movie to
clean.
look at.
It's. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. You know, and it's also for a character that a lot of people have shit on for a long time. It's actually nice to see a character like that get some love. And the thing I was telling him earlier was like, it's definitely better than Justice League.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the thing is, in Justice League, for as much as I like the guy Jason Momoa, I hated his character in Justice League. I hated Aquaman in the movie because you didn't know anything about him. He didn't really haven't used any of his powers or anything like that. I didn't really like him.
He felt really out of place in Justice League.
Yeah, he did.
Well, in a sense, it almost felt like they didn't know how to use him.
Exactly.
Like, and it wasn't his fault. It
No,
was,
it's not, yeah, it's not.
whoever, I guess, like, they just didn't know what to do with
Well,
him.
exactly.
Like,
So in this movie, they really used him well, and they used his abilities, which I liked. And they gave you explanations for things like the whole with him talking to the fish and everything like that. I like those things. I enjoyed the movie. When he walked out of the waterfall wearing the suit with the trident, it was great. Yeah, it was a great moment.
Oh, I love that moment. We were the ones in the theater that were clapping for that. Like, we got everyone clapping in our theater. Because, like, I thought about it. I was like, yo, in any Marvel movie, everyone would be like, woo! I'm like, I'm giving Aquaman his props right now. We all started, giving us a little clap when he came out. I thought it was,
I popped for that. That was
I thought movie was fun. Like Justin said, not going to be breaking any records,
or
anything like that. It's not like some groundbreaking
And
comic book movie.
Box office wise,
Well, no,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, it's not
Okay,
going to be bringing
awards.
home any awards.
Gotcha,
Let me say that.
It ain't Suicide Squad. It's not winning an Oscar.
It probably
it's
should,
a better
right?
movie.
It was, yeah.
I know
for sure.
it
It was
is.
10 times better movie than Suicide Squad.
But the thing I liked was, I mean, leading up to this movie, you would see the poster, you would see the stuff for it, and you go, everybody in this movie looks good, looks right, except him. And then this movie did a really good job of putting him in there and making him work in that. Because like Orm looked great, everybody looked great in that movie. Everybody looked like they were supposed to look, like from the right out of the comics. Black Manta I thought was really good. I liked how they did his storyline with his father and everything like that. I thought that was really cool.
Mira was.
You
didn't like Mira?
Mira, I like the character of Mira. I just I don't like the portrayal of her.
I'll say this: to me, it felt like she was
hot.
well, she
pretty
like
to
pretty
look
much
at.
saved everyone.
She's pretty too.
She was the one pulling all the strings. She kind of like to me, she was like the real hero of the movie.
Me too.
I swear, like to
Right.
me, like without her, like because
Nothing,
she was
yeah.
the one. She was the
She
one
was
that kind of like
inspiring
pushed him
him.
because the whole movie he kept talking about like, bro, I don't.
He's like,
You
I'm
were
not a
alone,
king,
bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here
I wanna
chilling and
sleep.
drinking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Aqua
she's
bro.
Over, yeah, she's over there doing like water magic.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you know.
all right, all right.
Water bending
Jeez.
and stuff. Yeah, for sure. But
I
no,
mean,
Them having like a date in the movie, that's like my favorite part.
all,
Sorry.
all the stuff worked really well. I like the underwater talking, how they gave it a little tinny
Right.
sound to it. I like how they basically everybody's hair in the movie was CG, so they can give
Just
it the
like the
wave
capes,
underwater and everything like that. I mean,
I like they
everything.
got rid of the bubble thing.
Yeah, yeah. And then
You know,
the
Hey,
fights
what's up,
were really neat and stuff. I mean, it was all,
Yeah.
it was just an enjoyable
and
film.
with as much as they put in the movie, it didn't feel overwhelming. The pace of the
No.
movie was good. You know, I
When
thought-
they brought in the trench, I liked actually that was one of the other things I really liked, how it was all separated into the 7 kingdoms.
Yeah.
You know, that was really cool. I liked the myth building like that. I thought that was really neat. And then you had characters like the fishermen and stuff. It was all just
no, I
Fisherman
love Black
Kingdom.
Panther.
Freshmen that were like the best people, and then they got killed.
Yeah, right.
So they're like, no, we want to
well that
educate
guy.
everyone.
It was he sticks out in my head because Jaimin Hansu is the voice of that one, and he was also Korath in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's also Shazam, the Wizard Shazam
The Wizard,
in Shazam. So it's just interesting to see that guy pop up from place to place.
No, I did love Black Manta, but I felt like we were gonna get more of them.
But here's
Next
the thing.
movie.
Next
Yeah,
movie.
well, I know it's
It
gonna be
was
the next
definitely
movie.
set up.
I felt we
No,
got
they definitely set it up in the next movie for sure. But I for whatever reason, based off like the trailers, I just felt like we were gonna get more.
see.
I don't know why.
I didn't get that feeling because for me, watching the movie, I was like, he's not the story. Orm's the story. So I felt that he was
Well,
going
yeah,
to be
no,
a
for
background
sure.
player for sure.
I didn't think.
And I felt we got
right.
just enough to whet your appetite for the character.
He gets a
And-
whole arc.
But
Yeah, he did.
he really, at the end of the day, though, he's just kind of he's not even a B plot, you know. So I had just enough of the character that I was like, I love this character, but I wasn't overwhelmed by this character. He didn't overtake the story because he's not the story. Orm's the story.
No, I agree. I don't know. I just felt like
I like
for
how they
whatever
gave
reason there
him
was
the,
going to be more. Of course, they're setting it up for the next one. He's, pretty much you can say Aquaman's biggest villain that everyone loves. So of course
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't kill him off
You
right
can't
at the
do-
beginning, and you got to like long stretch it. And I get it, but I don't know. There was just
Everybody
something about it
has-
to me. I thought we were going to get more, but
Every-
I thought Ocean Master was awesome.
every DC character has their Lex Luthor. Okay, Ocean Master's not Aquaman. It's Black Panther.
Right.
But unfortunately, the storyline they wanted to tell them, they wanted to go epic, and I don't know if you could do an epic storyline with Black Manta as epic as you can do with Ocean Master.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because you had that storyline from the Jeff Johns run, which was so great that obviously they're going to tap that, then having Black Manta steal Aquaman's kid, and then it all goes, yeah, because that's kind of where they're going. That's one of the storylines. So
Sweet. Anyone want to add anything else to Aquaman? Is there any like specific parts that we're gonna?
I liked how they gave it was all he was working for the Atlanteans, and they gave him the gun, and they're like this does this, and he actually redesigned it to his helmet and everything. I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah, he made it his own.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Although the only thing I felt was kind of weird was it's built with Atlantean technology. He takes the thing apart, and there's all this sludge inside, and in my mind, I'm thinking like an engineer, and I'm like, how's he going to recreate that?
Yeah.
It's just
How? Yeah.
I like how he just took everything and just of course made it all black.
oh yeah,
Had to. It's like, all right, painting this, and then just those eyes, bro. That first time they
Beautiful.
went off on him, and he almost like died, bro. He was like, oh.
But then you also had, that's the other thing I like is in this movie they gave you explanations.
No, it's
They
fine.
gave you explanations, like they told you, his bullets were bouncing off of his skin because his skin is so, because he has to survive at the deepest depths of the ocean. So
Yeah, he
so
got
thick.
stabbed and
Yeah,
didn't
do anything. But Atlantean skin
Right.
did.
Right.
These are the things it felt like they're on board to kind of please everybody and give you the things that you want in the movie, and that's why I enjoyed it. It wasn't a bunch of questions like, why did they do that? Why is that happening? What's going on? Along the way, they brought you along the way. They told a story. That's what they're supposed to do. They told a story, and some DC movies can be accused of not doing that.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. And I think they nailed it on the head in this one.
Yeah.
I feel like
Good move. It's a great.
Definitely, Definitely a better movie.
One of those things where someone asked me, did it save the DCU, so to speak? I'm not saying it saved the DCU,
No.
but it gave me some hope that we might see
Okay.
some good things in the future.
See, what it tells me is that they went about it wrong. Is that they needed to do the individual movies first and then move into the team ups.
Yeah, but we've talked about this.
I know we've talked about it,
and it felt like more or less them trying to play catch up. You know, like where Marvel did all that, and it was like, you know what, they're gonna try the opposite. We're gonna throw you in the middle of our universe and then try to break off. But at the same time, not everyone is us that are comic book fans, where we don't need. For instance, like if they didn't give us like the Aquaman backstory and they went into some crazy Black Man and Aquaman storyline, we'd have been like, all right, cool, we get this, you know. But the Wendy from Wendy's, you know, that's Joe's favorite. Wendy from Wendy's.
She don't know who Orm is.
But at the end of the day, even as a fan, you have to care about the character, and I don't know if there's enough goodwill coming in as a comic book fan to a movie to care about, because I've watched countless movies where I've had, I know this character, I've read this book, and then I go into the movie, this sucks, I don't care about this character. Whereas I cared about him in the book, in the movie they've just done it wrong and they've turned me off. Sure. And that's kind of the thing that I think they're missing in the DC universe, is the fact that, you know, they threw you in the middle of this, so they're just expecting you to have all this built-in love, like, everybody knows Superman, they love him. Everybody knows Batman, they love him. Right. We don't have to make you love the character, you already do. Yeah, but if you portray the character as an asshole, you're not going to love the character. Even if you've loved the character forever, if you portray him wrong, or you don't portray him how you think he should be portrayed, you're gonna have a stigma against it. And the thing about these DC movies is the fact that they threw you in the middle of it, and then you might sit there and go, well, I don't agree with what he's doing, but they didn't explain why he's doing it. So you can't love the character because you don't know why. Like, that's what I'm saying about Batman v Superman, is I think in the long run, people are going to look at that movie and go, oh no, that actually was good, when they more and more see the extended version, because once you understand why things are happening in that movie, it becomes a better movie.
No, for sure. Well, the extended version, that definitely made more sense. People even said it, like, that makes more sense. Like, it connected things, you know, that I guess that they kind of like skipped over.
If they like the way they chose to portray Batman in Batman v Superman, you know, he's branding people, he's doing stuff. You're throwing people in the middle of that movie going, and even fans are going, why is he doing that? What's going on? Exactly. Yeah. So you have people who love the character but are sitting there going, I don't understand why he's doing that. Well, you haven't given us the movie to explain why he's doing that. If you did that to begin with, and you built in you've created the reason for us to like the character. When he does that, you go, well, I understand why he's doing that. You know, you have all of the original Tim Burton Batman movie to love that character. So at the end of the movie, when every piece of equipment he owns has guns on it, you don't go, well, wait a minute, why is Batman using guns? You just go with it.
You know what's so funny? Everyone brings out today, even at work, someone brings up a Batman vs Superman, and they're like, "Oh, but he was killing people." I'm like, "Yo," but in those, to your point with that, like,
he killed a lot of people.
Michael Keaton's Batman, he blows somebody up in the Batmobile for sure. Like, there ain't no way buddy survived that. There ain't no way.
Someone on fire.
You know, but no one wants to like bring it up. Oh yeah, he did. You know, no one brings it up. But I guess to your point, it was better to
in that world. But here's the thing: but in that world, you can, because you're building your world building. So in that world, when Batman does something like that, you don't. If he did it at the beginning of the movie, you go, whoa, wait, what's going on here? But because he did it, you have context. You see where this character's come from. You see him build towards being that character. So when he does it, it's not such of a shock, and you can see where he's coming from, and you can say to yourself, in this movie, I get why he does it. You know, everybody at the end of the movie was like, wait a minute, Joker's dead? He's killing people now? What's going on? But at the end of the movie, you didn't, you know, when I first saw it, I wasn't saying that. I was saying, like, okay, that's the natural end of this movie. That's the way it was going. That's how, you know, that's just how this character reacts. So it's not the one from the books, but in this context, that's what it is.
Joker from the Batwing in the middle of the street. And then Keaton's movie.
No.
Straight up, they just in public, in a public parade, just shooting people.
I think they just like picked the wrong person to like bring that world.
At the time,
that's was my thing. Like, no disrespect to Zack Snyder. I think he's, you know, I think there's some of his movies are great. I just think he was not the right.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
and view and like look for that universe. I think set it off like. I don't think, because as you see now with like Aquaman,
It's a completely
Wonder
different tone.
These directors actually have their own voice and their own thing, their own story they want to tell.
I get behind that from a Superman standpoint, where
Yeah.
I felt that movie should have been brighter and it should have been more hopeful.
Yeah.
But from a Batman standpoint, I think he was probably a better choice.
I felt like, to me, I like the darkness. All right, my biggest thing with Batman vs Superman is the pacing of the movie. That's for sure. Snyder got completely wrong. Like, the pacing of the movie, like, you feel like you're like, all right,
think
cool,
it's his
when's
fault.
this getting done?
I think they handcuffed him.
It's possibly that they handcuffed him, but I personally did like that darker, like, I guess when it came to that Batman aspect, I guess what you're
Mhm.
For
saying.
me,
like,
Affleck's the best Batman.
So, no, for
I
sure.
love that.
When it
I
comes
love
to,
Affleck.
like, Batman with Affleck being the Batfleck, like, I felt like he
For me, he's better.
pretty much embodied Batman, and I guess you could say Bruce
did.
with that cold and bitterness.
He
You know
did.
what I'm saying? And then I guess the other thing to me, like growing up in the '90s with the Batman animated series, he has that square jaw. So when he's even in the suit,
He
you know
looks-
what I'm saying?
right,
He looks like I didn't question. He was like
Even in
when,
the comics, he looks.
the only time that I questioned it was Ben Affleck as Batman is when they first announced it, and then when I saw him like in the suit and he beefed up because it was like, yo, Ben Affleck is Batman. But then when you saw him, I was like, all right, cool, I can believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's just my personal, take on Batman. I feel like the Batfleck. A lot of people like Christian Bale.
Oh no, I hate Bale.
I don't hate them.
I do.
Who's your favorite Batman?
I think they're the best movies.
Yeah. No, for
I
sure.
think they're the best movies.
And I think to your point with that, I mean,
Alfred Keaton.
Keaton,
Yeah,
I think
Affleck.
Here's the thing: is you say what you want about Keaton,
That
everybody
accuracy?
wants him to come back to play old Batman and Batman Beyond.
yeah.
I've been saying that for years.
The Dark Knight
And if it was to
trilogy,
happen
though,
tomorrow, you
Oh, I
would be
would
excited.
phenomenal.
I
I
think
think
this is-
what's great about, for instance, just Dark Knight, it doesn't feel like a comic book. It's more like a crime that draws a lot of people in. You know
Well,
what
it's
I
a
mean?
great portrayal of the Joker.
So, one take of it, and
but it's the only
phenomenal,
one. But
phenomenal,
And it's the
phenomenal.
one they're
The
gonna be
one
ripping
in
off
Scarecrow is
forever.
good too, though.
What?
The one they're gonna be
We were
ripping
going
off
on
Batman
forever,
Begins?
yeah, for sure.
It's all right.
it's all right.
Unfortunately, because
But
of
then you get the terrible.
that
film.
Yeah,
betrayal
that's
of
that's
Ledger, Heath Ledger killing that joke, always going to be compared to that,
Oh yeah, Totally.
because of that.
yeah.
So-
But then again, at the same time with Superman, Superman's
mean,
always going to be compared to
don't-
Christopher Reeve.
The one thing I will say about Heath Ledger's joke, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal, but he didn't have a laugh. You know,
Mhm.
you know, how,
Yeah,
and that's
he better one than Jared Leto.
I don't even remember Heath Ledger's laugh.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah,
If you watch it
it's
again, it's
there.
there.
That's it.
Is there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be.
Because I mean, Jared Leto didn't even have a laugh. He had that kind of crazy,
They
like,
tackle.
Yeah,
that kind of really bad.
So-
Yeah, it was the other guy.
I forgot the Jared
But then again,
Leto
everybody
played
here's.
Joker.
But here's the thing,
Guys
though.
don't
People are going to be comparing.
Kevin Conroy's best Batman.
Will you?
Oh,
Connor's
hands
back
down.
there,
For me,
The
it's
greatest Joker
Hamill.
ever is
Is
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill, right?
When
Yeah.
people ask me my favorite Joker, I always say Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill,
right.
yeah.
And they're like, you did play Joker? I'm like, you're not a real Batman.
What? What?
Yeah, well, that's how you know.
Okay.
How do you know?
Wendy.
Come down.
Stop
Come
talking,
down.
stop talking to Wendy.
But no, one
So
time,
you're gonna next time you're gonna talk to somebody who's like, he didn't play Joker. Joe's gonna pop up out of nowhere.
What?
we got about like 5 more minutes before we have to close out.
Spider Verse.
Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Great movie.
Great.
Get out there and watch it.
I know, enough time. We're gonna have to carry it over to the
Sad.
next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. Well, because me
I
and
know.
Justin kind of sort of talked about some of it earlier. I guess the non-spoiling part about it. I'm just gonna say this. Call me crazy. I am torn between that and Infinity Wars as the best comic book movie last year, man. Like I know it sounds crazy,
Jack
like
puts it as number one.
but I when it comes to like an actual comic book,
This movie had
everything.
everything.
It did.
I loved all the introductions, like how they kept pulling back and slapping the comic book down. Okay, here's how it started.
Yeah,
I
you know?
loved all that stuff.
That was great.
The quick intros on each Spider-Man
Right.
and
Yeah.
how they became
The
Spider-Man.
portrayals of every character, from Nicolas Cage to
Nicolas
Spider-Man
Cage was
Noir
God.
to Haley Steinfeld as
Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham was perfect. He was,
Yeah,
and
John
I love-
Mulaney as
no,
Spider-Man.
No,
and-
bro, John, right? It's John Mulaney.
and then you
Spider-Man.
had Chris Pine as the original universe Spider-Man in the beginning of the
Like
movie.
the perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah, the perfect Spider-Man. Who did a Christmas album. It's just great. And the jokes were spot on
It
all
was.
through the whole movie, all the way up until the last, very, very last scene at the end of the movie with, spoilers, Spider-Man 2099, and then jumping into the world of the 60s Spider-Man cartoon and them arguing back and forth, which was fucking hilarious.
Spoiler.
Great.
No,
Miles, and here's the thing: I'm not even a Miles fan.
Same.
I don't really care for that character at all. But this movie made me like him a lot.
Yeah,
and now you're happy you got his first
Yeah,
parent.
no,
They changed like they actually gave. He's not just like Black Peter Parker. He's artistic.
Well, they gave him a personality.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
his
right.
personality
And I also
now.
did like that.
He has a
It was
little bit more swagger.
The origin
to
was a
him.
little different, but I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
It was a little different, but I think they nailed it dead on. Just
Yeah.
Well, they
you know.
nailed it, and then they made it really fun too. Because I love that every time you see Spider-Man bitten by the spider, it's always like pain, and then it happens to Miles, and he just slaps it off his hand.
So yeah, the callbacks in those.
I mean, and then the jokes are great. Like he could turn himself invisible. I can't do it on command. He cannot do it on command. He's got a spider sting. I can't do it on command. He cannot do it on command.
Where they hit him with the bagel and it said bagel.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
but then again, all the way down to
I love
Spider-Ham.
you got the bubbles too.
Yeah, the
like,
bubbles are
yeah,
great.
exactly.
And I love how they can show like the spider senses going off too, because you can't get that in live action. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
like anytime the spider senses were going off, like I love that aspect of it too.
But I love that Spider-Ham was a true cartoon. Wasn't just like an animal.
Oh
in our
yeah,
world. Because it reminded me of Roger Rabbit in that in the real world, but he's still pulling out mallets and smashing people.
Yeah,
with
when you
And
put
at
out
the
the
end-
ballot, I was like, oh.
And then he gives the mallet to the end. Here, it'll fit in your pocket. You know? And it was just so good. I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I need to see it again.
I usually shit out everything Sony does, but
And
Sony
then-
actually.
Yo, that
And then I love the portrayal of Kingpin as a wall
Yes.
with a head on
He
it.
just-
He just like has shoulders with a face.
he was
Yeah.
the no neck,
Great.
bro.
Yeah.
No neck.
So good. And doing a really great portrayal by Lee Schreiber. Very, very, very good.
Cool.
Dot box.
Yo,
Very
Dot
different.
Box.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Very different, very cool, and
Lady
didn't
Hawk.
see it coming.
Yes.
Loved that when she turned into Lady
Right,
Hawk,
yeah.
it was like, holy shit!
You're
that's
like, what's your name?
yeah.
And you were like, that makes sense.
Mhm.
You're like, you dug it. No, for sure, man. No, I loved it. I
Once you
loved that movie.
realize you're running-
Tombstone was just in the background, just like pulling guns on people.
Yeah, bro. He's just like a bodyguard.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
he's like
yeah.
a bodyguard.
But I love the once you realize that it's an alternate universe, it's not the one you're used to. You kind of just go, oh fuck it, we're just gonna roll with this. And
Oh,
see where
for
it
sure,
goes.
man. It's a lot of fun,
You know.
man. I do love that Peter Parker, because that's like our Peter Parker.
The one
You know?
that's fat. And
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
bro.
Jake
It's
Johnson,
tough.
that's
Yeah.
such.
Bro, and he was the perfect choice for that.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was the perfect choice for that. Like I couldn't even see him like being fat Peter Parker.
Uh-huh.
Like, you
Oh
know?
no, for sure. That is our Peter Parker.
That is
100%.
that
That's
is-
45-year-old divorced Peter Parker.
yeah, that is our Peter Parker. The moment, like, that was the one of the things that my brother loved about that movie. He's like, yo, that's like that's more the Peter Parker that I want, you know, that we don't see, enough in the live action movies. It's always younger, high school, maybe early college, where he goes, I want more like established, like I've gone through some shit, Peter Parker, and that definitely was,
Mhm.
And they had two folds. They had the perfect Peter Parker. Was like, I've been like fighting for like a decade or something. It was
Yeah.
like 10 or something years where it's like, okay, this is experience like kind of perfect Peter, and then you get ours and it's just like gone to shit.
He's like, yeah, so I did all
That's
these
what,
cool
like-
things,
that's
and
what,
this happened.
That's what like 20 years of superhero would be.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. And then I got a divorce. And then, yeah.
And how every single one of them was obsessed with Mary Jane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That very Jane scene.
Oh, bro, it's like,
so
like
good.
just, oh, bro.
They're just talking and just like, forgive me.
And Gwen's like, no, let's go. He's like, yeah,
Gwen, I
but
fucking
she
love
needs,
Gwen.
I
Gwen
sent
was
a
great.
spin-off off of that one.
Oh, they already announced it.
Did they?
Gwen, yeah.
The female with
Female.
Silk and Spider-Man.
Oh really? I didn't hear.
Yeah, Silk and Spider-Man. Which makes it kind of weird because they tease Miles and Gwen
Right.
in this one.
Well, they said they'll be the direct sequel.
Okay.
But
But
all
there's a
women-
spin-off.
all women, yeah.
I'm happy I got that first appearance with Silk.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have
man.
that.
Yeah.
Number 4, right? Amazing
Number-
Spider-Man.
I like
Original
Silk. Silk's great.
Yeah, sure.
Original Sin.
Badass.
Super badass.
yeah.
Cindy Moon. First appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 1, that slot run with Peter Parker, swinging with no mask on in the front.
Right.
That's
yeah.
Cindy Moon's first appearance, but then she doesn't become
Silk until 4,
No,
3 or 4.
well, no,
4.
in Original Sin, she doesn't become until
No, they list as that one issue, the number 3, with you see Peter Parker on the cover getting bit by the spider.
Yeah.
As the first appearance. I thought
Yeah,
that-
but it's Original Sin storyline.
But it's an Amazing Spider-Man.
Number
It just says Original Sins on the cover.
yeah, but it's a Spider-Man number
From
3.
that run?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Really good movie. It was
Yeah,
a great
It's
play.
great.
Probably the best Spider-Man movie.
Oh, hands down, best Spider-Man movie.
Probably
in the
the
week.
best.
Hands down.
I
Favorite
think
Spider-Man movie of all time. When Night's coming out, I'm buying it. No questions. Can't wait to watch it again. Soundtrack was phenomenal as well.
Soundtrack's really good.
Soundtrack
I
was
listen to it
phenomenal.
all the time.
Soundtrack was phenomenal. They seriously hit that one out of the park. You know what? And I'm gonna say this because most Marvel animated movies aren't as good as the DC sided ones.
Mhm.
I want to see some
Whoa.
DC make it to theaters, man. Wouldn't it be cool to see some of these
They
DC?
did Titans.
They're
Well, he means more like
They did the Teen Titans one.
the Death of Superman's coming
Titans
to
go.
to
Teen
Jeff
Titans.
and
Teen Titans go to the
Right,
movies.
both.
doing like
Yeah.
a double feature.
Yeah, see something like that. You know what I mean? Which would be awesome to see in theaters. Or for instance, like I would have gone to see Killing Joke in theaters without a doubt.
They showed it in theaters.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Oh,
fact,
yeah,
I
we
saw it in
did.
the theater.
I
I
did
think there's
see
like special screenings.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But not like the big.
You're right.
Well, it's not
what-
staying in the theater
What
forever.
Spider-Verse is getting.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's getting, a run in.
It's getting a run.
And I feel like
Yeah.
and DC animated movies are great.
Smash.
You know,
They
a lot of
kill Marvel's animated. Marvel does not make good animated.
Except for
them.
this
one.
And this
Oh,
one
except for
kills
this one.
all of these.
It's
yeah,
up there.
I think it's better than all.
No,
I
for sure.
love this movie.
it's good.
This movie's phenomenal.
No, you're right.
Outside of
I
this,
mean,
Marvel does not make good.
to your point,
animated
Chris,
movies.
and if I'm not comparing any DC animated movie to any live action movie. So you might be right on that, bro. I think
DC
you're right.
makes pretty good.
Oh.
animated movies.
Red Hood's very good.
The Red Hood is very good. Attack on Arkham is really good.
Attack on Arkham was really good. Yeah.
Flashpoint was really good.
Right.
Flashpoint was
There's
phenomenal.
a
They
lot
make
of
really
movies
good
in there
ones.
you can put up against some
Yeah.
other.
That's
Them-
the Superman was okay. The
I
new
didn't
one,
see
not
that
the old
Superman.
one.
Batman,
It's
Superman, Batman,
No.
Superman Apocalypse was one of my
Did
favorites.
Right.
anyone finish Titans by any chance?
No.
Well, Kevin finished it.
There was a
Oh, I
teaser.
always
There was a
Kevin
teaser
Bacon.
for Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
very good.
yeah,
That cast for Doom Patrol is wild.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
So that's
fucking
coming. That's
wild.
definitely coming soon too.
It's like February or March.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Young Justice is this month.
Young Justice. It's like a couple days from now, isn't it?
That, yes.
It's
That's
like the 6th.
Great. I love
Can't wait
Young
for that.
Justice. Yeah, great series.
Sweet. Well, we want to thank all of you guys for joining us. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone had a happy holiday. We want to thank Corcus for having us here. Thank you, Corcus. You are the man. Thank you, Taylor, for letting us hang out. She's got to close up shop now. Thank all of you for watching. If you have not done it yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Follow 90 Miles from Comics on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. And you can check our live feed out on Chad 90MF Comics on YouTube. So make sure you check us out live every Wednesday there. Hey, happy holidays.
Happy
Comic
holidays,
fam,
Happy New
we
Year.
love you. And remember, go get your books.
Bucks, Mad Kid Bucks.
Yes,
Mad Kid.
specifically Mad Cave.
Only
Yes.
Mad Kid. Nice.
Just gonna end the broadcast on the live feed. Only me and
Oh, I didn't
Joe
know if you
chat.
wanted to.